Hello and welcome to the first game of the Epic Gamer Collective. This is the foremost gaming channel about games. Well, today I'm going to be showing you a somewhat obscure game called Dominions 5. There's a whole bunch of them. Obviously, they're up to the fifth in the title. The thing about this game, it's a bit like Age of Empires, or, well, actually, not Age of Empires, it's more like Hearts of Iron 2 or something. You have armies and you take over the map. I'm about midway through a game here. I sort of skipped the early game. No real point recording that because it's a bit boring. I'm at a point where I am starting to fight against the other AI players. I am playing as Abyssia, which is a fire nation pretty much. It's got demons, it's got fire mages, it's got blood mages, and all sorts of stuff like that. Currently, I have a pretty secure borders set. I've expanded my empire early game, and I am taking on the other AI players. I've pretty much set up my move now. I'm gonna take part in some combat, and let's see how it goes. I'm just gonna end turn and see what happens. Will I win the battle? Will I lose? Let's find out. All right, so I have some mages making gold with the distill gold spell. One of my mages has found a magic site, which is good. One of my guys has found some blood slaves, which is good for blood magic. And I have taken part in some battles. There is an assassination attempt. Let's see how this goes. I have an assassin and I tried to take down an enemy commander. The enemy commander is a giant snake, so my guy will probably lose, but let's see what happens. My guy's a little red guy going towards the giant snake. And yeah, he just summoned a horde of skeletons. So yeah, that's pretty much doomed from the start. My little assassin couldn't fight a giant snake that could summon skeletons, but let's see what the rest of the battles went like. My next battle was against the giants, I believe. Let's see how it goes. So here's the giants. That's their army. This is my army. It's looking sort of dire, I must admit, but let's see how it goes. Someone's casting some sort of spell. Yeah, nah, my guys got turned to stone and they're running away. There's no point seeing the rest of that. All right, let's watch the. I think this is the big battle against the Giants. Hopefully, yeah. Here we go. Here's my actual army, my flaming army of fire warriors, including a bunch of fire mages that are all sitting at the back here. I summoned some imps. Imps are flying off to go harass them. The imps aren't going too well, but it doesn't really matter that much. There we go. My flaming army is setting the enemies on fire. The enemies are exploding. More imps are flying in. Fire spells are coming in to fight the enemies. Some of the enemies are getting set on fire, which is good. More fire spells flying in. More enemies are being set on fire, which is good. It seems like the enemy has summoned a bunch of giant maggots or centipedes or something. Seems like I'm winning overall. I've got a giant dragon pretty much, although my dragon is getting beat up, so hopefully it doesn't die. Come on, dragon, kill it. I don't want my dragon to die. Alright, my dragon killed that dude with the spear. Guys with spears are bad against dragons. But it looks like I won that overall. There's still some fire spells flying towards these giant maggots. Just fast forward this. There we go. I won the big battle. I lost some other smaller battles. I think those were the only battles on that message list. Oh no, there was one more. Let's see how this goes. I'm pretty sure I just have an overwhelming army here. Yeah, there's no point even watching this. I'm just going to speed this up. Yeah, my fire warriors just completely destroyed completely bulldozed whatever small amount of resistance was in that province. Alright, that's pretty much it. Let's see what the map looks like now. So here's my army that defeated a giant army, I guess you would call it, a giant army of giants. Currently, there is a small force that is besieging my fortress. My fortress has its walls breached, and that is a fairly sizable enemy army. I'm going to send these guys that just fought the giant army over there. Here's my army over here that fought against the pitiful amount of resistance in the province, this forest province here. There is some fairly undefended enemy provinces surrounding me. I'm just going to send this army. It's got some fire mages, it's got a priest, and a bunch of fire warriors. These ones, I might actually move my other fire wizards up. What else do I have going on? I've got an army here of a couple fire warriors and two wizards. There is an independent army here of ghouls. I should be able to beat that, so I'll send those in. I've got a giant army of undead flying things. I should probably make a commander that can at least transport these somewhere, which I'll probably do now. Not that one. Oh, what is that? Oh, yeah. I got a giant wizard. That's pretty cool. I need something with undead leadership because those flying things count as undead. This fellow will have to do. Actually, I think I already have a bunch of those. I'm going to make this giant fire wizard because he looks pretty cool. There we go. I'll make more fire giants as well. Um, I'll attach these to one of my guys doing research. And I will also give this guy with the undead flying things some blood slaves. There, 11 should be enough. And I will send this guy to the front line. My current strategy is to loop this army around this one here and go towards the enemy capital, which is around about this purple foresty province here. Alright. I'm not sure if this army will win. It's a sort of a toss-up, but see what happens. Still distilling gold. I'll send this fire wizard off as well. Could always use more fire wizards at the front line. Fire spells are quite powerful. Let me just check my research. Research a construction. That is so I can research a fire helmet, which would be good. See how my recruitment's going. Warriors here. Warriors here. Recruit 3 of those. 2 of those. And I'll put those on repeat. Already on repeat. That'll do. So I will have a constant supply of warriors here. This army isn't that big. There was one here. I've got a lot of fire wizards though, so hopefully they pick up the slack of not having that much individual units. I'm going to send these to attack this elephant here. Elephants are pretty strong, but I have a lot of fire wizards, so they should be able to take it down. Other than that, is there anything I need to do? Just have a random dude there. This province is probably going to get overrun. I just want to break my siege here, and I might also upgrade the fort if I have enough money on the next turn. Also, I'll just recruit one less just so I have a little bit of extra money. Money is important in this game. Anyways, on to the next turn. Let's see what happens. Alright, there was a couple battles. That is my little dude that probably got bodied. I believe this is my guys going to fight the elephants. There are a lot more elephants than I expected, but hopefully it still turns out well. Those flaming spells completely missed. Alright, the elephants are taken care of with the help of some magic. Alright, that's pretty much it. There was a battle here. Which battle was this? This was on my fortress. Ooh, that dragon flying in is probably not good. Oh, that dragon's gonna die. Run, dragon. Oh, he's not looking good. Yeah, he did. Which is unfortunate. I should have changed that dragon strategy. That could have been avoided. A lot of my dudes are being turned to stone, but it doesn't really matter. I'm pretty much just setting all their guys on fire. They are they are losing morale. All right, I took a little bit more casualties there than I would have liked. But I will continue with my plan. Just trying to make some more armies here. Should probably recruit a commander for these guys. My gold income is mostly steady. I am going to upgrade this area to a fortress. Ah, this is just glitching. I don't think I can build a temple. Alright, can I have a choice? I'm probably going to send this guy here, my units to this guy with all the flying gargoyle things, to this fortress here. I'm basically fighting a war on two fronts, but I have taken care of a lot of the enemies on the eastern front, and on the northern front my armies are going well, and there are plenty of reinforcements that I can send as well. Although fighting a war on two fronts does take up a lot of your gold. I'm just increasing recruitment here because I may need it. Alright, that is pretty much all I can recruit. on the northern, oh sorry, northern, what am I stupid? Southern front, and on the western front, I am just sending more reinforcements from my capital, which I might do as well. I'll send another army of giants over, fire giants, start sending them slowly over, and I should probably recruit units directly from that fortress I have there. Um, I might try capture some extra provinces to the north of my little eastern little stronghold. Except I will keep one person there to construct a fortress. Alright, that is my... Oh no, actually no, that is not my turn. I am going to continue pushing here towards the Berytos capital. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Also, this army won a couple turns ago and I forgot about him. Actually, don't need you. There. I believe that is all, unless I'm forgetting something. I'll move this fire mage forward, and there's a fire mage just chilling out all the way back here. No, actually, I'll send that here. Send this to this little province here to search for magic sites. There are actually a few places I could search for magic sites, but I will leave it as is. Alright, I'll do another 2 more turns for this video. Okay, there was a battle at Godwood. My army, even though it took a little bit of a battering last round with those elephants, it seems like they are mostly intact, and this enemy army is just pitiful, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, my dudes are just steamrolling over them. Yeah, and they are dead. And there's this battle here. I don't think there was too... never mind, there is a decent amount of enemies, but they are mostly low level. This giant crab thing is dying. I am sort of getting over these enemies turning all my guys to stone, but at the same time, I'm shooting fireball after fireball at them, so it wasn't too bad, really. I'll continue sending reinforcements towards my guys. There's the enemy capital with about 100 units, which is a decent amount. I might just besiege them for a bit. I've got more reinforcements coming. Might as well send these priests as well. Might just hold these guys here. Actually, instead of holding, I'll just... No, I'll hold. I'll just send that fire mage that way. There's another fire mage here, which I will send over there to help them out. I'll even send a small amount of reinforcements. Actually, I might just keep those there. There is a giant army coming towards me, so my gold situation isn't looking too good. I will likely turn some fire gems into gold, a decent amount of them. I've got lot of fire gems, and I'm fairly low on gold, so that will do. What enemies am I, or units am I recruiting? Still trying to recruit that giant fire mage. My lack of gold isn't doing me much good. I might just retreat back to my fortress here. Should probably focus more on taking out purple, which is probably the easiest target, while also defending my borders, which is of course important. And because I'm focusing on purple, I might just send these fellas over here to hold the northern line. Yes, I'm very low on gold and my income isn't particularly high. But it is something I am working on. I am sort of consider actually I'll do that. Maybe not that one. Actually, I'll do it when I get more gold. There's just a bunch of undefended provinces to the north that I could probably take. And if I could set up a little fortress over on this little chokehold of a peninsula here, that would be good. Alright, I'll do another turn. I'm not expecting any combat. It would be good to recruit this giant priest dude. Actually, how's my research going? It's coming along slowly. It would be good to have more researchers, but actually, I'll start sending this down as well. Just got to remember to move my armies. Mm, Okay. Alright. If there's any battles that they are defensive ones, such as this battle, which does look sort of even, really. Don't know where they were aiming there. Although those are wolves, and wolves are pretty trash. And I do seem to be setting them on fire with fire spells. The fire spells are doing a number on the giants, which are good. Yeah, I mean, I was fairly evenly numbered, but the combination of fire spells and just the enemy having shitty units, we're able to win. Actually, you can probably start researching instead of blood hunting. Okay, I'm going to send in a lot of these units to attack the enemy stronghold. And I'll send you here to defend the front. And I'll move you down here. I'm not going to spend any gold this turn because I just like to have a little bit of a stockpile. Although this priest can move here and start preaching my religion a little bit. It would be good to take this enemy capital. It is not that heavily defended, so I should be able to take it, especially with all the fire mages I have. It might actually be wise to start sending this way so they can start taking these empty provinces. Just a few more turns. They shouldn't be very long turns. There's not too much I'm doing. I'm just being defensive to the east here, holding my little choke point. The enemy is throwing themselves at me with limited success. I might actually put a little bit of gold in here just for some province defense. There. That should do me. It's not much, but it'll help out. Recruit units. Just continue recruiting here. That's on repeat. Could even recruit some shitty human archers. Maybe I should do that. Although I don't have much resources. I can do that. There we go. Got some guys to help out my dudes. Oh, there we go. I finished this mage. I need my construction up a little bit, which it will be in 2 turns. But it might be good to move this guy a little bit forward. Where's the place of a lab? That guy, there's a lab there. I mean, yeah, I'll just send him to the front line. Might as well. My high level fire mage. Actually, not all of you actually. If you can research. There's a little bit of unrest in that province. There's a little bit of unrest in some places in my empire, but it's not that urgent, so it'll do for now. Other than that, I don't know why this isn't repeating. There. Well, I said I didn't want to touch my gold, but I pretty much used it all up. But once I capture the enemy capital, I should have way more gold. And it sort of leaves the rest of the enemy empire very lightly defended to be taken. That's a good thing about keeping this little eastern enclave. It just sort of draws the enemy towards my fortress instead of them going towards slightly less defended provinces, I'll say. Alright, 2 more turns or so. I know I said that a couple times, but it's interesting. Looks like there was a few battles this time. See this one because this is a defensive battle. Ooh, there's a fair bit of enemies there. Oh, looks like I lost that battle. He's just my army fighting some lightly defended province. It's my imps harassing everyone. Oh, they're imps, sorry. Guess I'm not the only one with imps. But their imps didn't last too long, did they? Looks like the enemies sallied out of their fortress. Though I'm not too aware of what these enemies are, but they don't look that strong. Although I'm not a fan of my fire giant sort of going, boosting ahead of everyone. A terrible, terrible aim from my fire wizards. Don't know who taught these fire wizards to aim, but they suck at it. I mean, yeah, just shoot fireballs towards my own troops. Why not? I've lost a few fire giants, but for the most part, my guys are intact. Mostly. They are actually doing a fair bit of casualties, but I seem to be doing more casualties against them. Here we go. My dudes are just rushing the enemy archers, and their archers are just getting completely destroyed by my infantry. Although there was a little bit of friendly fire there. I do believe most of my fire... Oh, I've got a couple fire giants left. I think they'll pretty much do for this episode. So I've got my army besieging the enemy capital. I've got these dudes under siege, which is sort of expected, but I will try send them some reinforcements in the near future. Probably my high level fire mage will be good. Can't command undead though, which is a shame. Just move these towards these empty enemy provinces. Well, empty-ish, empty enemy provinces. My main issue is just the income. It's very, very slow, which is concerning because my army isn't actually particularly that large. I mostly just focus on a small amount of infantry with a lot of fire mages to help them out and set fire to the enemy, basically. But that's it for now. Going well. One enemy is almost dead. Now I just have to focus on the enemies to the west. Thank you for watching.